Dear Billionaire, if your home feels like a revolving door of household staff, the issue may not be them. It might be your compensation plan. Because in private service, compensation isn't just about the paycheck. It's about the message it sends. And right now, your message might be saying you're replaceable. In today's episode, we're diving into what fair, structured, and intentional compensation looks like in the world of private service so that you can retain top talent and build a stable, high-performing household team. You may think you're being generous, but if your staff are burning out, meaning they're spending their own money on childcare, housekeeping, or takeout at their households just to keep up with your demands, it's no wonder they're questioning whether they are truly valued. It's time to rethink what you call fair compensation. Let me be blunt. A one-time $10,000 bonus doesn't make up for lack of benefits, no retirement plan, and no pathway for growth. In private service, the demands are high: 24/7 availability, emotional labor, blurred boundaries, always, and of course, total discretion. I've seen it time and time again. Families expecting C-suite level professionalism, concierge level attentiveness, and unlimited boundaries. But the employers fall short on their end with cost of living adjustments are totally missing. Bonuses are unstructured or inconsistent. Benefits are minimal or non-existent, and recognition systems don't exist. Instead, I often hear things like, "This isn't a corporation, it's just our home. We gave them a Christmas bonus. Isn't that enough?" No, it's not. A bonus is a big thank you. I will give you that. Compensation strategy is the reason they will stay and feel valued. So what does fair and sustainable compensation look like in this space? It looks like a cost of living increase, mandatory, every year, January 1, because inflation hits lower income workers the hardest. Put a bonus structure in place. Tie it to results, not feelings and not relationships. Get some retirement benefits. Many of the payroll services provide this so that your staff can build a future with you. Give them health insurance benefits because when they're sick, your whole household feels it. And guarantee quarterly reviews with clear and actionable performance metrics. Now, let's talk about travel reimbursements. Last week, we talked about the unexpected cost to your staff when they go on the road for you. If your estate manager flies across the country to oversee one of your properties with an $80 per diem, ask yourself this: do you want them to eat fast foods while representing your family in these luxury environments? Because, let me spell it out. Let's do the math. A bottle of water and an airport salad is $25. A decent hotel meal will run $50. So, unintentionally, are you asking them to skip lunch while managing a renovation on one of your $20 million estates? Remember, you're the money partner, they're the service partner. Let's respect both of these roles. So here's our fictitious family. Let's talk about Amy. Amy was hired by the Martins 3 years ago. They paid top dollar for her, and for good reason. She brought order, elegance, and 5-star precision into their home. She runs their home like a boutique luxury resort. When the family expanded to buy a second property, she said yes. When they needed travel support and sensitive logistics, she delivered. She worked late. She skipped holidays with her family. She hired help at home because she no longer had time to maintain her own house. And in 3 years, she finally went to the Martins to ask for a raise. They gave her a $10,000 bonus. And after taxes, it barely covered the help that she hired to maintain her own home, just to survive the workload and to come home to a clean house. What was missing wasn't money, it was respect. And Amy's takeaway, this was the bare minimum they gave her to keep her quiet. Now she's questioning her future with them. So here's how to do this better. Here's how to create a sustainable compensation plan that attracts and retains the best staff. Number 1, decide what kind of employer you want to be. Are you just plugging in the gaps and ticking those boxes? Or are you building loyalty? Unicorn employers, and let's be clear, that's what we do here at Dear Billionaire. We are speaking to the 1% of 1%ers. You unicorn employers view compensation as a strategic investment and not a charitable act. Number 2, benchmark your pay. Don't guess. Don't rely on outdated numbers. Use current market values for estate compensation and ask what's competitive for this role today. Could be with domestic staff recruiters. Don't look outside of private service, I guess is what I'm saying. And stay away from the following questions. What did we pay the last estate manager 5 years ago in this role? It doesn't matter. You're hiring for today, and that was pre-COVID, remember? What did Amy make in her last role? This is irrelevant. This role is entirely different, and there's no way to do an apples to apples comparison. She doesn't have kids, so why does she need to make more money? I have no words to say how unjust this is. Number 3, create a tiered compensation structure. This is your base salary, annual cost of living raises, so let's say 3 to 5%, longevity and merit-based raises, that's 5 to 10% or more, and then bonuses tied to measurable outcomes. And these could be things like completing the house manual, successfully onboarding a new property, or managing a 6 or 7 figure annual operating budget. Number 4, offer real benefits, medical, retirement, paid time off, family leave, realistic travel per diems. An $80 a day food budget doesn't cut it when they're representing your family in luxury settings. Number 5, support career longevity. Offer quarterly evaluations, onboarding, training, and cross-training, continuing education, and certifications. Let them grow in service to your family, not burn out in silence. Are you still unsure about whether a raise or a compensation structure is worth it? Let's do the math. Recruiters' fees are $25,000 to $40,000. The search takes 3 to 6 months. Onboarding disrupts your time and your staff's time, so it delays progress on maintenance. You lose trust with your other staff members, and there's potential for higher turnover with new staff. Let's be honest, there's no guarantee that this next person will work out. Meanwhile, your current staff is losing confidence fast. I'll put this into terms that will undoubtedly resonate. Imagine 3 to 6 months of delayed repairs, dropped balls, stressed out staff, and let's be honest, family members, and gaps in trust and communication. You cannot do the math on that. You may say that your other staff knows what to do and will be fine as a family, but there's no guarantee that your next house manager will be a good leader, or if they'll be a good fit, or your current staff will trust them. And if they don't, more turnover, more stress, and a house full of strangers. Would you like to know if your compensation plan is fair and competitive? Download my free resource, the Private Service Compensation Checklist, or book a one-on-one consultation with me today. Let's align your expectations with your rewards so you can keep the talent who keep your house thriving, and they want to stay. Thanks for listening. I'm Kelly Fore Dixon. This is Dear Billionaire. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share this information with someone else at your estate or family office. I'd be grateful. Next week's content is why a household budget is essential even when money's not an issue. I'll see you then.